Oh, damn, man. These cameras, all like, they always bring out these pimples. They make them bigger than they usually are. I promise you, it's not really that big. So, I probably titled this video like something like X-Men Dark Phoenix review, but I wanted to talk about a couple of trailers before I got to it, and these two trailers just dropped this week. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Ford v Ferrari. It's starring, of course, Matt Damon and Christian Bale, and I actually like this trailer, and this movie looks interesting because, yeah, because these two actors are in it, and I think that's for the most part it's the two actors, because I think they play off each other really well in the trailers, and hopefully they play off each other well in the movie as far as the trailers portray it. But yeah, it does look like an interesting movie. I think it does, and it's a story I probably don't really know about this. The whole thing against Ford v Ferrari. I don't know. I didn't know there was something like they're actually proving like themselves in competition on the racetrack, which is, yeah, interesting. I mean, yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like it. And race car movies are cool. I'm not like a big race car fan of like car racing. But yeah, I like movies. I mean, Ricky Bobby was good, and Rush is pretty good as well. I like those two movies. So yeah, I actually really actually dig this trailer for Ford v Ferrari. So yeah, and of course Ford. Probably I'm gonna lean closer to them because they're more affordable, I guess, in cars. And I'm not driving a Ferrari anytime soon. Then let's go to the Knives Out trailer. This is the second trailer for Knives Out, and this movie looks so damn good. I'm really liking the way this movie looks, the way it feels. I mean, the cast looks amazing. You got Chris Evans, Daniel Craig, Don Johnson, Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, Lakeith Stanfield, Michael Shannon. I probably did not mention somebody. I know there's actress, I forgot her name, but yeah, it's a really good cast. I'm really liking this cast. I really like the feel of this movie, like a whodunit. And Ryan Johnson, of course, making this movie. I mean, he did so good with The Last Jedi. I'm speaking sincerely. Sincerely? Yeah, sincerely, not sarcastically. So yeah, I like The Last Jedi. I like Ryan Johnson. I think, yeah, this one actually looks good. That's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to this movie, the feel of it. So yeah, I think it looks interesting. I'm definitely amped up to see it. Of course, Chris Evans in this role. I like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see each of these actors in this role. I'm really liking the way it looks. So yeah, Knives Out trailer 2. I'm really digging it. So let's move on to my X-Men Dark Phoenix review. I finally saw the movie this week after not seeing it in theaters, which is kind of like surprising to me because I didn't go out and see it. But yeah, this movie, let's get straight to it. There's probably gonna be spoilers, so yes, be warned. And if you're probably haven't seen it by now, you probably don't care. So yeah, let's go into it. I actually was digging this movie for the first half an hour of this movie. I love like when they go out in the space. I love the rescue scene where they're rescuing the astronauts, and then when Jean Grey gets her powers, the Phoenix powers, she gets in space. I actually like that. I like everything that got on before Mystique dies. So yeah, Mystique dies. I already knew about it. I actually already figured that she was gonna die before I knew about it. And then when the cast went on Jimmy Kimmel, he actually said out loud that Mystique dies in the movie.
This is not a spoiler, but we know that Jennifer's character Raven gets killed in this movie.
And from that point on, I think the movie went downhill. There wasn't much substance to the scenes in this movie. I mean, we can go to like the scene where Magneto and Jean Grey have that confrontation where he's like trying to lift the helicopter. She's trying to pull it down. He's trying to keep it from being pulled down and crashing. And it's just like, okay, that's kind of cool in a way, but there wasn't much substance to the scene. It's kind of interesting that they're like, I like the fact that these mutants are living on like a reservation that the government like gave them, but there wasn't really much added to that scene, which kind of like it made that scene fall flat. And then the other scenes, like the other big scenes in this movie, fell flat as well. And we go to like that fight in New York where we see like Magneto. I think it's like Magneto, Beast, and some like guy with dreadlocks is coming, and of course they have that face to face with Xavier and Cyclops. I think was a Storm, or I don't know, Storm or what's it, Nightcrawler. So yeah, it was just like, okay, that was kind of bland as well. And they start fighting. I was like, wow, this fight is so bland. And then of course when they go into like the confront Jean Grey, of course, it's just like, okay, I'm not really feeling this at all. And then of course you have the villain, who is the main, or kind of the villain in the movie, is Jessica Chastain's character, which is a alien that's sort of like a Skrull. I know they kind of cut stuff out because they kind of seem like Skrulls, or at least that's what I guess 20th Century Fox felt like. Felt like what happened in the movie. So they cut a lot of that out. But even with a lot of that cut out, they still seem like Skrulls. And those villains, they weren't even needed for this movie, and they sucked. And Jessica Chastain, what a waste of a great actress. I mean, you have a waste of a lot of great actors in this movie. That's the thing that sucks. I mean, you have a lot of talent, but I mean, the script just wasn't there. And then moving on to the train scene, which was also just a bland fight sequence. And I read that they were going to actually put this scene in space. The final battle was going to be in space, which just sounds so much better, so much more exciting. Even if this movie was as bad as this movie was, I thought that could have brought something. It could have brought a lot more flair to the movie, but they decided they wanted to go with the train, which maybe it was financially more reasonable, but it just didn't work for me. It just kind of fell flat. Everything fell flat in this movie after Mystique died. And I mean, the actors, I mean, it's as I said, it's the waste of a lot of good actors in this movie. I mean, you got Jessica Chastain, you have Michael Fassbender. I think they all do good. I mean, and of course, even Michael Fassbender, when he's doing the funny faces he does, like in First Class, and even in this movie, he's trying to just pushing away the helicopter. And of course, James McAvoy, all of them, Nicholas Hoult. I mean, and of course, even Sophie Turner. I think Sophie Turner is good as Jean Grey, and Ty Sheridan. But we can all agree that Jennifer Lawrence did not care about this franchise at all after First Class. She couldn't even finish the final movie. She was like, kill me now before this movie ends, and then I could get out of here. So yeah, that was like, okay, Jennifer Lawrence, she's kind of had a meh performance throughout the last two movies. So overall, I would say the movie was pretty meh. I mean, I would probably give it maybe like a 5 out of 10. I mean, there's some redeemable moments in the movie. I don't think it's as bad as Apocalypse, but I think it's not a great ending to the Fox's X-Men. So yeah, that's that. We'll see what the mouse can do. Tell me what you thought about the movie. Do you agree with me? Yeah, you can tell me down below in the comments. Check out my other stuff on this channel. You can even check out me on Twitch, Rebel Reindeer on Twitch. So yeah, check out all that. I'm doing a lot of Minecraft right now. And Fortnite Batman is starting to pop up, I think. I hope. So until next time, I will see you folks later. I am out.